What if your smartphone could catch your rounded spine before your lower back suffers? Sounds kind of like science fiction, but it's already happening today. So let's talk about it. AI yoga. Can artificial intelligence actually become your yoga teacher? Or are we taking a 5,000-year-old practice and replacing human wisdom with algorithms? Let's talk about it, because I think that the most fascinating conversations happening in yoga right now include this as a topic. Because for me, yoga changed my life after I was diagnosed with lupus in 2009. Yoga taught me how to reconnect with my body, how to regulate stress, how to create peace within myself. Over the years, I've watched yoga evolve from studios in person to online classes to live streams to virtual communities and now artificial intelligence. So, what exactly is AI yoga? Well, believe it or not, your phone isn't actually watching you like the way a human teacher does. It's doing math. When you stand in front of your phone's camera, modern AI systems use something called computer vision. Dozens of times every second, the software maps key points across your body, your shoulders, your elbows, your hips, your knees, your ankles, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and other major joints. Then it measures the angles between them. It compares your warrior two. It compares your down dog, your tree pose against a reference model. If your knee moves too far inward, or if your back begins to round, or if your hips drift out of alignment, the app can instantly tell you. Some even give visual cues. Others, they vibrate your phone to get your attention. And some systems don't even need a camera. There are now smart yoga mats with pressure sensors built underneath the surface. And as you move, the mat senses how your weight is distributed and gently guides you back towards better alignment. Now, that's some technology. And for me, I really see how incredible this technology is, because one of the hardest parts about practicing alone is not knowing if you're actually doing the pose correctly. If you're a beginner and you think your hips are level, but they're not, or you haven't been to class a long time and you think your shoulders are lined up and square, but they're collapsing. Over weeks, over months, over years of repeating those motions, those small habits, they can become big injuries. AI creates something that's been missing from the home practice space. That feedback, that immediate feedback. For a lot of beginners, that's a huge confidence booster. Think about someone who's always wanted to try yoga, but they're nervous, they're going in public. What if they get embarrassed? And what if they pass gas? What if they're not doing the right thing? They're afraid everyone in the studio knows more than they do. AI, it removes that fear. You can learn privately in the comfort of your own home, at your own pace. No one is judging you. No mirrors, no pressure, nobody else there, just you and your mat and a little digital coach helping you along the way. I actually think that's beautiful, because anything that helps more people experience the benefits of yoga deserves our attention. However, there are also some things AI simply cannot do. And this is where I believe human teachers remain irreplaceable. You see, AI, it measures geometry. And humans, they understand, or like how I like to say, understand people. An app might compare your body to an ideal pose, that ideal, but your body isn't identical to anyone else's. Maybe your hips are built a little differently. Maybe you've had surgery. Maybe your shoulders move a little differently. Maybe today you're exhausted because you barely slept. Maybe you're carrying grief. Maybe you're recovering from an illness. A human teacher sees those things. A human teacher notices your breathing, notices your body language, your facial expressions, your energy, your confidence. Sometimes I can tell someone needs encouragement before they ever say a word. An algorithm, at the time of the recording of this video, an algorithm can't do that. It only sees angles. A teacher sees a human being. That is a big difference. Technology also has limitations. You wear loose clothing and the camera gets confused. You practice in dim lighting, it may lose track of your body. Move too quickly, the app may freeze. Sometimes the technology becomes so focused on getting a perfect green check mark that you stop listening to your own body. And I never want that to happen for myself or my students. And not just because I believe that yoga isn't about performing, especially not performing for a computer. Yoga is about developing awareness of self. And if you're constantly staring at a screen asking, did I get that right? Am I doing it right? Is this the right angle? You might miss the deeper lesson. How does your body actually feel? How is your breath right now? Can you notice your thoughts? Can you stay here in the present? These are things the algorithm can't measure. So where do I stand? Well, considering the pros and the cons, I do see AI as an incredible tool. However, I don't feel like it's a replacement for true human connection and interconnection. I feel like it can be a great assistant. It can be a great segue in. It can be a good doorway for people to start their practice, a good partner for people to get feedback in the meantime when they can't practice. I feel like it's a wonderful way to prevent injuries, and it gives beginners enough confidence to roll out the mat for the first time. That's wonderful. That is excellent, because the goal has never been to choose between technology and tradition. The goal is helping more people experience peace. Technology, it should do its role in service to humanity, not replace it. And yoga has always adapted. Thousands of years ago, yoga was shared teacher to student. Then it moved into books and carvings on temples. And then it traveled into other places where it was recorded. Then it was on DVD, then YouTube, then live streams, now AI. The medium changes, but the purpose remains the same, helping people reconnect with themselves. Because here's what I believe. Your smartphone, it might be able to improve your posture. However, only you can develop presence. Your camera can measure your alignment. However, it cannot measure your compassion, your inner connection. It can count your poses. However, it can't teach your purpose. That's where the real yoga actually begins. That's why my mission has become so much bigger than yoga classes in and of themselves. My mission is to spread world peace through inner peace. And if artificial intelligence helps someone take their very first step onto a yoga mat, then I celebrate that, because every peaceful person started somewhere. You did too. If you're a yoga teacher, yes, I love the work that you do. If you're an aspiring yoga teacher, yes, keep studying. If you're someone curious about the future of yoga, I invite you to join us. I teach a free session on Sunday at 7 p.m. EST, where we can explore how yoga can become a vehicle for leadership, opportunity, and meaningful impact. The details, they're in the caption, so check it out. You're welcome to join me. Bring your notebook, bring your questions, bring your vision for the world. And whether this is your first time talking about AI or your first teacher was a computer, never forget the greatest teacher you'll ever have is the awareness that you build within yourself. I'll see you in class. Peace.